Okay, we've got a whole bunch of fan art that just came in, so let's go through here. First off, we have another piece by Kiram. I don't know how to pronounce it in Polish, but I've been told that I am pronouncing it differently. This is a drawing of Violet Mask, who is putting death berries, it looks like, in prey meant for Jumpstar. Kill the leader for the power in the 9 lives. Oh, Violet Mask. I'm really hoping that having a mate will calm her down a little bit, but she is constantly... I am always worried when I send her out on a patrol alone with the leader or the deputy or someone who might become deputy. She makes me nervous. Next up, we have this piece by, I think Nova K is what the signature says. You didn't leave a name for me to credit you by, so I assume it's Nova K. Let me know if I should be crediting it to under a different name. Just if your email name is different than the one that you are on YouTube, just if you could let me know so I can give you proper credit for it, or, you know, just tell me who you want me to credit it to, basically, so I'm giving it out to the right person. So we have Violet Mask here, who is under a shining star in what looks like a meteorite? Violet Mask is really popular with fan art these days. Everyone is wondering what they're up to, and me too. Me too. Next up, we have this piece by Squid. This is a piece of Ash Slip, being overconfident, as they said. I really love their expression here. They definitely do look overconfident, like they're about to get into some trouble. Or maybe they're already in trouble. It was Ash Slip who was fighting the dog, right? I believe that's correct, so I imagine this might be then. Yeah, they look like they're eager to get into whatever trouble they're getting into. And then finally we have yet another piece by Z Rainy Day. This is Emberheart being manipulated by Sparrowthroat. And this is so cool. They said that they think that Sparrowthroat has mentioned Emberheart before, so maybe they're being manipulated, like, you know, Dark Forest style. I just really love the, I don't know, the cool eye, the fire effect, it's neat. And the stars in the background, too. Either way, absolutely love this. I hope we see more of them in actual canon. Emberheart hasn't had too much going on since their apprentice came back, to be honest. And Sparrowthroat, I never know what's going on with Sparrowthroat. So with that out of the way, we will get back to Moth Clan here. We're actually going to go straight into a gathering. So, the gathering begins with a cloudy sky. Ash Slip and Ant Gorse are eyeing each other from across the clearing. Chaos Rift and One Brook are looking like they want to talk, but neither makes the first move. And Bright Watcher and Buzzard Willow are letting their tails brush against each other's. Now that is very interesting. The gathering ends when the clouds cover the moon. That's interesting. So, let's go through the news of Ant Clan. I mentioned Buzzard Willow because they just became mates with... Oh, that's right. Okay, well, let me go through the news first. So, the news from Ant Clan is pretty short. A loner named Dead joined Ant Clan. No joke, their name is just Dead. So I'm saying that apparently he named himself after having been left for dead as a kitten. When this happened, I completely lost it. I burst out laughing because it's such a weird... whose name is just Dead? Anyway, Buzzard Willow actually became mates with Dead, which is why I was being interested about that. So let's get back into Moth Clan proper. Let's skip ahead. Nothing significant happened. We'll check in with the clan. Ooh, who's that? That would be, Bracken Black. They're talking with Jumpstar, which is interesting. We see Emberheart visiting Moss Mask. It looks like they're having a conversation. And Hatch Skink is maybe being treated over here for something. Other than that, nothing too crazy going on, it doesn't look like. Let's check in with the clan. Both Scorch Patch and Weaselbeam are telling scary stories to the younger cats. Why? Why are you doing this? Panther Step 2, all the elders are just telling horror stories. Panther Step, didn't you think that Blossom Paw was dead a couple days ago? Maybe they're... What are you up to, all of you? All the elders are telling scary stories. Violet Mask wants to go on a hunting patrol. Hopefully not for nefarious reasons. Ooh, there is drama here. Oh my goodness. That's drama, that's drama, that's drama. Emberheart is developing a crush on Chaos Rift, and Chaos Rift is mates, of course, with Heavy Oak, and Emberheart herself is mates with Shadowhawk. You haven't had any kits. Oh, Emberheart. Okay, hang on. I'm taking fan art as canon now. So, Sparrowthroat whispering in Emberheart's ear. Emberheart, maybe upset with not having kids with Shadowhawk, maybe, is trying to get in on the polyamorous. Ooh. Trying to butter up to the deputy. I mean, I suppose it's less drama for Chaos Rift and Heavy Oak because they are polyamorous, but... Or maybe it's not drama at all, and Emberheart and Shadowhawk are just gonna become part of the... Okay, someone tell me, is this drama? Is this drama related to Sparrowthroat, which seems really interesting? Maybe it's a little bit of drama. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe Emberheart does want to have kids. Chaos Rift is successful. They've had plenty of kits with Heavy Oak, and between Sparrowthroat whispering in her ear and that, she's maybe a little jealous of Chaos Rift's success, and she thinks if she can butter up to them, that they would, I don't know, gain prestige somehow. I'm thinking that's the case. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Storkstorm wants to be chosen as deputy. That's fairly likely. Someone, who was it, they sent in fan art saying that they thought that Emberheart would be chosen as deputy instead of her brother Storkstorm. Yeah, I bet there's a bit of jealousy between these two siblings as well. Honestly, I kind of forgot that they were siblings until you mentioned it. It's sometimes hard to keep track of all the cats. Also, if I put Emberheart in with the polyamorous cats, then I can put them on the family tree. I think I might do that. We'll see. We'll check in with Chaos Rifts and Heavy Oak and Shadowhawk too, because they're involved in this conversation as well. Jeez. Quad relationships are sometimes so complicated, even in real life, and trying to keep track of it from a third-person view in a game about cats is a nightmare. Okay, so Chaos Rift is just doing regular deputy duties, so I don't know what's going on. Prickletail, dreaming about being leader. I'm gonna file that away. Marshy's acting suspicious. You too, huh? Nectar's thinking about kits. Is there anyone in your age range? I don't think so. Well, probably. Shrooby isn't too far off. Do you want to be mates with Shrooby? Should I ship Shrooby with Nectar? Is that a good ship? Thoughtful? Adventurous? I don't know. Someone let me know if you think they would make a good pair, because I'm not sure. Nectar's kind of a newcomer, and they're kind of a little suspicious themselves still. Hatchskink is watching over Flaxkit, letting Prickletail get some rest, I assume. Or maybe since Prickletail was just wondering about being leader, maybe Prickletail's eager to get back out on patrol, so Hatchskink is watching over for them. Ashslip is curious about the other clans. And it was Ashslip who fought the dog, because they're the fierce one. Ashslip's curious about other clans. That is interesting. Bright Watcher wants to be deputy as well. Everyone is just waiting for Jumpstar to die. They just cannot wait for that to happen, huh? And Flaxkid is also curious about the other clans. I think that event is coming up, and I think that event is coming up quick. Oh, and Fringe. I forgot about Fringe. I forgot to add you to the the thing here. Okay, I forgot to put Badger Poppy on here, too. What am I doing with my life that I've forgotten to put Badger Poppy on here? I need to go through this again and make sure that everything on here is accurate, because clearly I forget stuff. So let's send some cats out on patrol. We have Bracken Black, and there's Emberheart. Don't see any other apprentices, so who should we send out with Emberheart? For a bit of drama, I think we'll send Violet Mask and Ash Slip. Violet Mask claims to have a vision from Star Clan. Oh! Oh, it might finally be happening. It might finally be happening. Okay, this is even more interesting. I flipped through a couple of these, and there are two that I think might work. This one is very interesting. Shadows can become beetles. Sunlight and herbs will go in panthers. The last bit is a little bit less strong, but shadows can become beetles. And then something about sunlight and herbs go in with the panthers. Which is interesting. Maybe it can even go with the other one. The other one was sunlight may protect my friends. Which is interesting. All of that is very interesting. So something about shadows and beetles, and something about sunlight, herbs, panthers, and friends. There's kind of a division here. So that is very interesting, Violet Mask. That is a very interesting thing to dream about. After that revelation, let's send out Yarrowpaw. Where is your mentor, Yarrowpaw? Shadowhawk isn't here. Shadowhawk isn't here. Well, let's send Nectar and Shrewbee, since I wanted to see if those two would become mates. Let's send them out on a little test date, I guess. Someone's telling ghost stories, and now I'm pretty sure that it's Nectar involved in that. They managed to have a successful patrol anyway. I'd say that's a successful date. So once again, Yarrowpaw, but no Shadowhawk. We have Bracken Brown, and there's Hatch Skink. And then let's send out Meadowdapple and Pike Splash. They're mates, right? It's hard to keep track. Again, only one bad thing has ever happened on a Thunderpath, and it has scarred me for the rest of this journey. Did that happen in literally episode 1? It either happened in episode 1 or episode 2, and that was 30-odd episodes ago. Jeez, the series has gone on a long time. Oh, jeez. We're actually very near 100 moons old for Moth Clan, which is pretty impressive. That'll actually be next episode. Maybe I'll hold off on some of those events for next episode. Halfpaw and Weaselbur. And now we have Shadowhawk, but Yarrowpaw is nowhere to be found. Something about herbs, too. Hang on. Shadows will become beetles. The sunlight, herbs, and panthers will go together. So maybe Shadowhawk is becoming distant with their apprentice? Interesting. That's very interesting, actually. Maybe they got into a fight? Well, let's send Shadowhawk out with these two. And we'll also send Badger Poppy. They catch a mouse together. And then Yarrowpaw's here, so I'm just going to hit randomize and see who all goes out. Okay, yep, here's Yarrowpaw. So we have Storkstorm, Marsh Eyes, Yarrowpaw, and Rowendon. So I wonder... Ooh, yeah, I think Marsh Eyes... Ooh. I can't tell you anything yet, but the inner gears in my head are working. Oh no. Oh no, this could go very bad. This could go very bad. I could skip it, but at this point, I haven't skipped anything in a long time because I just love the drama. So let's see what happens. Is this going to kickstart everything? Okay, they managed to drive them off. Maybe this endears... Who's the... Storkstorm is the patrol leader. Maybe this Maybe this endears the patrol warriors in the eyes of Yarrowpaw, as opposed to Yarrowpaw's mentor, who has been kind of, ignoring her. Alright, looks like we're sending Prickletail, Sparkcloud, Feathercloud. And then, of course, Chaos Rift. And they drive a fox and her cubs away. So it looks like we're sending out Jumpstar, Heavy Oak, Weed Speck, and Ravenheart. I'm trying to get the leader to tell stories about their warrior days. And Jumpstar engages the patrol. Jumpstar was only technically a warrior for a little while, because Feathersight brought them into the clan just before the Great War. They jumped sides a bunch. They became a warrior, See, they were a warrior for such a small amount of time, I can't even remember what their warrior name was. Jump, skip, I don't remember now. And then Featherstar died, and Jumpstar took over. They were not a warrior for very long. So what kind of stories are you telling them, Jumpstar? And we'll send the last 5 out. So we have Bark Scratch, Tiny Birch, Slowthorn, that's not Panther Step, that's Fringe, and Bright Watcher. Oh, they meet up with Ant Clan. Okay, so we encounter an Ant Clan patrol led by Wet Leg. They're accompanied by Stoatleaf and Skybush. Okay, so it's Slowthorn. So the patrol walks up just as Slowthorn chases a mouse across the border. Slowthorn gives the patrol the mouse to smooth things over. The cats chat for a while before heading their separate ways. Slowthorn catches another mouse on the way home. Everyone walks away happy. Okay. Clan relations don't worsen any. Okay, let's skip ahead a moon. Okay, something happened, but it's not telling me what it is, which makes me worried always. Looks like it's Yarrowpaw in the medicine den now, which is interesting, very interesting. And then Bracken Brown and Bark Scratch are in the leader's den talking to Jumpstar. And Feathercloud is watching over Flaxkit and Halfpaw in the nursery. We'll check in with the clan here. Scorchpatch is wishing that Toneystone, a cat who's still alive, is still alive. Maybe they're thinking about that rescue that's finally maybe gonna happen? Jumpstar is rethinking their life choices. Yeah, I think this is the day that they go to rescue them. Feathercloud is thinking about love, even though you have a mate already. Maybe they're gonna call it off because Panther Step can't have kits anymore, which would be kind of sad. Weed Speck is also thinking about love. Oh, is Rushclaw gonna get cheated on? I mean, you have multiple kids. One of them is the kidnapped cat. Oh, imagine Toneystone comes home and their parents are getting a divorce. I have to do it for the drama. Oh, I have to do it for the drama. Oh. It's so rude. It's so rude, and yet... Oh, it's so rude. Honestly, at this point, I think I live for the drama. Shadowhawk is dreaming about being leader. Everybody wants to be a leader, but Shadowhawk now has a prophecy that's potentially about her. Meadowdapple, curious about the other clans. Mossmask is interpreting a prophecy. Ooh. Yeah, I think things are about to go down right around the 100th moon. Oh, it's just too perfect. It's too perfect. Shrewby wants to be deputy. Bark Scratch is thinking about kits. You have a mate, Ravenheart, but you haven't had any kits yet. Okay. Ashlip is remembering Loudwave. Me too. Me too. Also, speaking of kitty pets joining clans, I just remembered that there was another cat who joined Ant Clan that I can't remember the name of. Smokepaw, who had a rainbow collar. They just joined. I can't believe I forgot about Rainbow Collar Smokepaw. I didn't even put it in my notes. Halfpaw is becoming interested in herbs. Technically, we have 3 healers right now. However, I think I'm going to allow this. Rushclaw is getting up there in age, right? I think I'm going to allow this. And then we'll check in with StarClan real quick since things seem to be coming to a head. Ivy Talon's thinking about other clans. That seems to be a theme. Sparrowthroat hoping to give life to a new leader. Interesting. I think I'm going to ditch the rule that they can only give 1 life. I mean, also, Sparrowthroat's in the Dark Forest. I don't know what the rules are anymore. I don't remember. Storm is watching over Brackenpaw, however, I have literally no way of telling which one they're looking out for. I think I'll flip a coin. The coin says Brackenbrown. Featherstar wondering about two legs, fair. Loudwave wants to send a message to Nectar. That's interesting. Weedslip is curious about what Bark Scratch is doing. What was Bark Scratch doing? Thinking about kits. How do I interpret that? StarClan is thinking about a cat who's thinking about kits. Blossom Paw is looking forward to today. Is today the day you finally get rescued? Okay, so before I do anything, I want to send Ashslip, Hatchskink, Sparkcloud, Rowan and Brightwatcher out on that rescue mission. Okay, so aside from Sparkcloud, all four of the other cats in the rescue mission have low or very low experience. So I imagine Sparkcloud's leading this patrol. But did Jumpstar really think this rescue mission through? I mean, you have four really low experienced cats, and one cat who has high experience was previously not necessarily on the side of good. I mean, they fought against them in the battle, but then again, so did Jumpstar, so really, who's to say? So let's roll some dice. Okay, so it's time to attempt the breakout. They have 4 tasks. They have to find out where the captured cats are being held now. Presumably, they've been moved since the fire. They need to sneak in, they need to rescue each of the 2 cats, and sneak out. Since they don't have the cover of the fire anymore, sneaking out is important. So, let's start with, let's start with Sparkcloud, because Sparkcloud is leading the patrol. Oh yeah. They easily find where the cats are being held. Now, all of them need to sneak in without being detected. That could potentially be an issue. That could potentially be a very big issue. Because if they get caught, they have reduced time to get back out, which means they might have to leave them behind yet again. So let's start with Sparkcloud leading the charge, hopefully. Oh, you're kidding! Sparkcloud fails! Which means they now have a 2-leg after them. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, what about the rest of the patrol? Ashslip? Okay, they make it through undetected, so it's just Sparkcloud being chased right now. What about Rowan? Rowan is also caught. Well, is spotted. So far, only Ashslip is undetected. We may end up with more cats captured than we have rescued at this point. Oh dear. And Hatchskink. They make it through. Okay, so Hatchskink and Ashslip are both undetected at the moment. And Brightwatcher, who has the lowest experience. Brightwatcher is also detected. So there are 3 cats running around what I assume is a vet clinic, and 2 cats sneaking around. Oh boy, and the most experienced cat is not going to be able to help them. So, Ashslip, it's up to you right now. Ashslip and Hatchskink, it's up to you. Do you manage to rescue Tawny Stone? Okay, Hatchskink fails. Ashslip, what about you? Oh, yes, okay, so we've rescued Tawny Stone. We still have to get them out successfully, but... And now let's see how the other cats are faring. Brightwatcher, don't get caught. Oh no, immediately Brightwatcher is caught. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, someone's gonna have to rescue them. What about Rowan? How are you faring? Okay, they're managing to evade. Sparkcloud, I imagine you're not getting caught. It would be pretty... Yeah, no. That is almost the highest possible roll you could have gotten. Yeah, they are just... They're sitting on top of the fridge, waving their tail at the human, being like, oh, come and catch me. I'm gonna say that bought them a little bit of time. Okay, so it'll be Hatchskink's turn to try to save somebody, which will be Blossom Paw. They don't quite manage to rescue Blossom Paw. What about Ashslip? Any success? Yes. Okay, so both Tawny Stone and Blossom Paw have been rescued. They still have to get out, and there are other cats that they can potentially rescue. Potentially, if they don't run out of time, and considering that Bright Watcher has just been caught, and the two legs know they're there, it's probably not a good idea to try to do that. So, Rowan Dawn, are you managing to evade capture? Yes. And Spark Cloud, with ease, with ease. They're keeping them distracted. So now, Hatch Skink, it's up to you to try to rescue Bright Watcher, who's just been captured. Ooh, so close, so close. Ash Slip, any luck? No, not even close. Bright Watcher is still captured. So how are our other friends doing? Rowan Dawn, are you managing to avoid and evade? No! Rowan Dawn got caught too. Oh no, we really may wind up with more cats captured than we have rescued. Okay, Spark Cloud, it's really up to you, buddy. Okay, they're still easily evading capture, but I think time really is running out. And Spark Cloud isn't there to lead them anymore, so between Hatch Skink, Ash Slip, Tawny Stone, and Blossom Paw, do they abandon the other cats behind? Spark Cloud would be able to come with, but Bright Watcher and Rowan Dawn are captured. If they don't manage to get out of here, I mean, that would be bad. That would be very bad. I think Tawny Stone and Blossom Paw would be like, yes, let's go, let's get out of here. I think they've been there long enough that they're sick of being here, but Hatch Skink and Ash Slip, I mean, Hatchpaw was captured themselves, and they don't want to leave them behind. You know, the trauma isn't fresh for them anymore. So I think Hatch Skink is going to put their paw down and say, no, we are staying, and we are going to try to get everybody out. Whether that will be a good idea or not, who knows. So, Hatch Skink, you can try to rescue Bright Watcher. So close. So close. Okay, Ash Slip, what about you? No, not even close. Tawny Stone, are you gonna help out? Tawny Stone? Any luck? No, not there either. And Blossom Pop can technically do it, but their experience is so low that it's... Oh, they were so close to doing it. Oh. This is potentially not good. This is potentially very, very bad. Spark Cloud, you really have to keep them distracted. I would say that that's a distraction, okay? That buys us a little bit of time, but the time is still ticking down. Hatch Skink, is this really the hill you want to die on? This is really the last chance you get before you have to scramble out. And how bad will you feel if you have to leave them behind because you didn't have time to get them out properly? Hatch Skink, is this really what you want to do? Hatch Skink might send Tawny Stone and Blossom Paw out, and Hatch Skink and Ash Slip will stay behind. So, Tawny Stone and Blossom Paw are going to attempt to sneak out, all the way out, and get home. Well, Hatch Skink and Ash Slip try to rescue Bright Watcher and Rowan Dawn. Okay, Hatch Skink? No, not, that is the lowest possible roll you could have gotten. I think the pressure is really high on Hatch Skink. They're too young for this. Spark Cloud should have been leading the patrol. And they're having to make decisions that they wouldn't normally have made. Ash Slip, please, please tell me you can at least get one of them. No. No, and they're out of time. Spark Cloud, are you continuing to evade? Yeah, but it's not buying them any more time. They have to get out, and they have to get out now. Bright Watcher and Rowan Dawn. All they've done is exchange Tawny Stone and Blossom Paw for Bright Watcher and Rowan Dawn. Oh, this is awful. This is such a horrible, horrible... Oh, it's not good. And now everybody has to get out. Hatch Skink, you making it out? Okay, Hatch Skink has escaped. They make it out the window. Ash Slip, what about you? No. Ash Slip slips on the windowsill. and falls back. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're caught, but it means that they didn't get out. Spark Cloud, are you... I mean, you're leading this mission. Are you gonna continue to distract the two legs so that Ash Slip... I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna distract the two legs so Ash Slip doesn't get caught. They did well, but not enough to buy them any extra time. Ash Slip? Oh no. That is a... That's the equivalent of a nat 1. They're cornered, and Spark Cloud is gonna have to distract the two legs pretty well in order to get them away from Ash Slip. I think Ash Slip has been noticed. Oh! And Spark Cloud is just barely avoiding being captured themselves. Ash Slip, you might be in trouble. Oh, this is a disaster of a mission. This is an absolute disaster. Ash Slip? Okay. They made it onto the windowsill and they're out, so it's just Spark Cloud left inside. So, I assume they'll be able to escape with ease. Yeah, they get out. So, Hatch Skink, Ash Slip, Spark Cloud, Tawny Stone, and Blossom Paw all walk back to camp together. But Bright Watcher and Rowan Dawn, they were left behind. That's all there is to it. We rescued 2 cats and we lost 2 cats. And next time, after 100 moons of the clan being around, I think the clan is going to have to face some facts. And I think it's not going to go well for the clan. This has been ClanGEN. And on that very depressing note, I'm still bad at outros, and I will see you next time at Moth Clan's 100th moon.